Hello and welcome to this video. Now there's sometimes when an update comes along to QuickBooks and you go, I like that. That's something that we've definitely been asking for, and it could save time or make your life easier. And this channel here is all about those updates and all about those, even if they're small wins, right? We love the idea that something's coming along, making our life better in QuickBooks, and we can celebrate it together. That's the key, and that's what this community that's built around this channel is all about. So riddle me this. Why are we updating a feature that didn't need an update in the first place? And why then is the update probably more useless than the original feature? That's today's video, unfortunately. Roll the intro. Hello, my name is Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with a fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Boffix, your digital disruptor for 2024, and your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning for Ask the Accountant. Now, today's video, let's just get straight into it. There's been an update, and I don't know why. Let's have a look. As an accountant, when it comes to QuickBooks, one of the features we love is how simplified the chart of accounts experience is. As a user of QuickBooks, you may kind of see chart of accounts as a bit of a confusing thing. I don't blame you, but ultimately, chart of accounts is really, really, really important. Think of it from an accountant's point of view. It's our opportunity to put that little bit of zazz to a set of accounts. It gives us an opportunity. For me, it feels like that's my artistic element in making accounts. I can make a beautiful set of accounts with the right chart of accounts, right? Chart of accounts is what category is the easiest term to put against it, right? When I put a brand new transaction in, so it doesn't matter what that transaction is, I get to choose the category down here. And this category is all developed from my chart of accounts, right? And if I was to kind of go and look for, I don't know, repairs, I get two options here: repairs and maintenance, office expense, repairs and maintenance, right? Now, the reason there's two of them means that at some point I've put two of them in my chart of accounts. But don't worry, I can change that at a moment's notice. By going to my chart of accounts and typing in the words repairs, I can then make adjustments. I've got over here on the right hand side the opportunity to edit, and I can go in, edit maybe the name of it, make it a sub account. We love sub accounts, accountants, right? If you're going to go and have telephone costs, well, why not have your mobile telephone, your landline telephone, maybe internet telephone costs below? Split them all out so that when we run reports, they've just got so much more detail to them, right? It's telling you all this information. It's beautiful. And then a good chart of account, you put it against your profit and loss account. And, chart of accounts is really, really important. And especially if you have different types of clients, right? My e-commerce clients versus my pharma clients have completely different chart of accounts because they're talking about and selling completely and spending completely different things on different items in different parts of that industry. So ideally, what I want to use this import feature at the top, right? If I import in the chart of accounts that's from one pharma to the next, most of the time, they're going to be very, very similar. And I can run report to actually see my chart of account from one. So a lot of the time, I would go into a client that I know is absolutely got the best chart of accounts of all time. I would run report, make sure there's nothing in there that's kind of just really, really particular to that type of client. And then I would export that chart of accounts, come to the new one, press new, press import. I could bring that chart of accounts in nice and easy. And don't forget now, we can even import from Google Sheet. I did a video on that the other day. Wasn't great, but hey, look, we now have the option to bring it in from CSV, Excel, or Google Sheet as we go forward. And that's cool, right? As accountants, we can get one step further. If I go back to my accountant area by clicking in the top left here, and you'll know I'm in my accounts area because down the left-hand side, I've got this grey left-hand navigation as opposed to the black left-hand navigation. And under my accountant's tools within my accountant's area, I have what's called COA templates. Now, the idea of COA templates is straightforward. I create a template, as I've got here, product-based business in twice for some reason. I create the template here, and then I can apply that template to a different client as my choosing. And it makes I don't have to export, then import, then export, then import. I create that master template, and I'm off to the races. Every time I bring on a new e-commerce client, for example, bring those templates in, bring that COA in, absolutely loving it. And they built us this, I want to say about a year ago. And when they built it, as accountants, we loved the idea of it. And typically what happens in the world of development is they released this from day one and it didn't have all the features we wanted. We gave feedback, they improved it, they brought it back. For example, when they first released it, we didn't have the import option at the top here, which to me was like absolutely the main part here. So I could go to that client that I absolutely love, go find the chart of account, export it, come back here, import it, bring it in, select the file, bring that in here, create that one of the templates. So every other client that I get in that industry, I can add to here, jobs are good in. And that's a perfect example of release a product, people use it, people give you feedback, you enhance it, go back and forth. And you keep following that whole circle, right? Products out there, feedback received, enhance it, feedback received, enhance it. That is by far the best way to develop any of these pieces of software going forward. And I'm not saying that this was perfect. This still has bits where we can give feedback and we can give opportunities to make it even better. But to be fair, it was pretty much there. There wasn't much more we needed. So they made an update and we don't know why. So in the top right hand corner, you can create a new template, and it used to show you 3 options. It was a product-based business, a service-based business, and start from scratch. Now, cool, I suppose, they've given me all of these options to find all of these industries that I can go for. I can still create one from scratch if I want to. Just so you know, when you create from scratch, you get this funky little UI here, which isn't the same as our chart of accounts UI. So there's a little bit to learn and understand, but ultimately it does what you need, right? And you can go through, add things in, add account numbers if you want or don't want, but ultimately you're creating your new template so you can apply to future clients. Fair enough, love this, fair enough. Sub accounts and parent accounts was a bit odd, I think, in the way that it was kind of presented. Again, I'm splitting hairs here. Personally, I think we should have kept the same UI and infrastructure as we had on our normal chart of accounts, and I think that would have, made more sense. But hey, look, it works. Bit of learning, bit of kind of understanding what it is, but you can manipulate this how you want. But now they've added this industry option, and in theory, rubbing my hands, right? They're making my life easier. They're giving me all of these industries, so I just select an industry. So again, I'm e-commerce, so I've got a lot of e-commerce clients, so I can select an e-commerce industry, bring that in, and that means that I don't even need to worry about my client that might be the master one that I've always used, because I've got this one particular client where they've got the world's, again, chef's kiss, best chart of account you've ever seen, and I always use that as a template, and I bring that in, and I have to kind of edit it a little bit and bring it through. But in this case, I would just be able to go find my e-commerce platforms. Online selling. I mean, I'm okay if I need hog and pig farming, sheep and agriculture, timber, forest, login. Surely though, e-commerce must be there. Again, online selling. How about store? Nope, department store. This is where it starts to fall down because I don't know where they got this list of industries from. Like vegetable and melon farming versus fruit and tree nut farming, or oilseed and grain farming. For me, farming is the one category. Maybe, so, all right, splitting hairs here, but you've got pure agricultural farming, and then you've got maybe some of the kind of animal farming. So yeah, they're going to be very, very different, right? And yes, let's have some sub ones there, but do I need vegetable and melon farming versus a fruit and nut? And let's just, for completeness, click into the fruit and nut farm and press continue. Here we've got, owner draws at the beginning, so it's not asking me if this is a limited or a partnership or anything like that. So straight away, that might have to be changed between the clients, but okay. But don't worry, because contributed income, okay. So as a farmer, that could come in. Donations directly by individuals, I'm not 100% sure, but okay. Credit given to, but where's my income? Like, where's my income related to fruit and nut farming? Not there. Expenses. supplies and materials, and but where's all my actual cost of sale? Like, the whole point of this is I'm bringing in that granularity, right? I'm a fruit and nut farmer at this point, so I'm going to have cost of sales relating to the wages relating to get the people out there, and I'm going to have the seeds being brought in, and there's going to be costs to maintaining the fruit, and like that's what we expect. And general business expenses, membership and subs. But like, to me, internet and TV services and merchant account fees, like, what's that got to do with this? Health insurance and accident plans on payroll? What? Like, huh? Where's my farm costings? Where's, vehicle expenses? Okay, but what about the maintaining of the vehicles? Where's my fixed asset register set up ready for farming? It's not there. Okay, so that was fruit and nut farming. So I'll go back, and maybe this time I'll go to vegetable and melon farming. Not going to be very different, right? But let's see what's different. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. And that's I'm confused about this. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's been like this. And imagine I do want to save this. I'm happy with this, and I save, like, I really want this vegetable and melon farming, despite the fact that it's not asking me if I'm a limited or sole trader or anything like that. But I press save. So I've got my vegetable and melon farming. But I'm confused here, because if I edit my templates again, there's no detail type set for home office and repairs and maintenance and vehicle expenses. So in theory, if I was to apply this template, and let's just find a client, let's go one that I know is alive. So let's go to my main case study one, press save. Looks like there was an error. These accounts cannot be created. This template may have already been applied. Check the client company chart of accounts. And the reason is because it's missed off these detail types here. Like, these haven't been selected. So they've created me this template, but I've still got to put work into it. Okay. So that's vegetable and melon farming, right? So let's create another one. Let's go in here and let's do something completely different. Right, electronics and appliance retailers. This has to be completely different to what we've got. Again, not asking me if I'm a limited company or sole trader, not asking me that question. So all of this at the bottom here is wrong for me, because what if I'm a limited company? And now it's asking me contributing, donation directed by individual. What's that got to do with selling selling electronics and appliance retailers? Where's my cost of sales relating to this to split them down? Where's my income categories so I can start bringing them in? Like, other than they've reduced the amount of employee benefits, they've taken away my salary. Like, my wages have disappeared on this one, and given me health insurance and accident plans as an option, which from the UK doesn't, like, that's not what we call it. I don't really know what they've done. They've contributions to charities, right? Business licenses, what? Rent. And why is, if we're going to have these sub accounts, why is all this rent and business license all part and parcel of the same thing? Like, office expenses split down into all of these options and everything else. I feel like, and vehicle expenses, vehicle gas and fuel, but where was that vehicle repairs gone? Why does a vegetable farmer need to have repairs and renewals for their vehicles, but as a electronics and appliance retailers, who no doubt will have vans and stuff to deliver the products to XYZ, why are they not there? And again, why are the detail types missing? This is what I mean. Like, no one was asking for this update. Not a single person was asking for this update. So if you're going to give us an update like this, you're going to give us the opportunity to bring this update in. And please ask us for our opinion. Like, let us test it, right? The fact that we're missing these detail types here means that this won't work. This will not get submitted. Detail types are one of the asterisks, one of the things when you bring in a chart of accounts you need to have. You've not put it there. Ask us what sort of templates we want. Like, e-commerce is an absolute no-brainer. E-commerce is huge. Like, there's so many clients that would relate to. It's just not there. And I don't know where this list has come from. I don't know if this is exactly the same list, but there's a lot here, obviously. But it's very American. So as a UK accountant, it's frustrating, but we kind of get that a lot in the QuickBooks product. But if I do template and just quickly create a brand new accountant client and jump into the client and pretend to create the client up for the first time, like, we're asked at the very beginning what type of industry we're in. I've never had a list of this, but if I put melon in, other vegetable except potato and melon farming is an option for me. But where's my miscellaneous crop farming? My potato farming? My, can't even pronounce it, production? Like, what's this got to do with melons? And suddenly I've got an other vegetable except potato and melon. So I am a melon farmer at this one. We've got that template to use, right? So we can use that. I'm going to say I am a private limited company. Less than 1 year, press next. Now I am a melon farmer. So it's in there, right? I'm ready to rock and roll. So if I now head over to my chart of accounts from here, here's my chart of accounts. I've got my computer equipment there, nothing to do with my tractors or plant and machinery. And really it's just a very standard, there's 56 elements on my chart of account. So quite a lot missing here, right? Actually quite disappointing in this chart of account from day one. This is definitely where the template becomes really useful. Don't worry, I've got a melon and thingy one ready. So let me go to accountant area. I go to accountant tools, I go to COA, vegetable and melon pile, apply that, go to, I forget what I called it now, template test. Brilliant, can bring all these in here, press save. And look, the error messages. And the error messages are going to be most of these at vehicle expense, I assume, because they've got no detailed type. So, yeah, they've not really thought this through. They won't let me out of this screen now. I've got to know that I've got to press the X button. I then go to that, I should have really called it melon farming, right? The company name. But now I go to my melon farming. I've applied this, you know, it says industry, melon farmer is my, what do you call it, right? So go back to my chart of accounts. And imported in here are all of those. Now we're not 75 ones. Oh, the vehicle ones did come in, which is confusing, right? Because detailed type has an asterisk next to it. And they haven't put a detailed, in fact, account type is other expense. Why has it gone to other expense? Like, it should be expense and then motor. Like, what? So it has gone in there, which is good, but it's gone to other expense. It's not another expense. When's my vehicle expense? As a melon farmer, ever gone to other expense? Why is it going there? Why is my home office other expense? We've added dividends in here, but at the same time, we've got this whole collection here of how to partner distributions. Have nothing to do with me because I'm a limited company. And they've got no like income split here other than investment income. Nothing to do with this one, I imagine. Credit given to contributed. Like, what are these actually? They're nothing to do with melon farming. Nothing. I can't find a single thing in here that's really relating to melon farming. And now we've got the biggest problem of all of this is that electricity's here under utilities. Internet and TV services is there. Phone service is there. That's all the sub-account utilities that was brought in. Yet, if I go to heat and light, I've just got a separate heat and light transaction there, which was part of the melon farming brought in. But then the melon farming COA is now put it in. So now I've got two places, and all the client's going to do is be confused. Do I post to light and heat, or do I do it to electricity? The whole point of keeping your chart of accounts clean and tidy is to avoid confusion. Well, I've just created confusion now. And if I go to telephone, I've got telephone under expenses. If I do phone, I've got phone service under utilities. So again, my client's just going to be so confused as a melon farm of where he's supposed to put his telephone costs. Does it go to telephone or phone service under utilities? Which one's the right one? Who knows? Because now we've just created this mess by using something that Now, the reason I'm so animated about this and so frustrated about this is because this goes against everything we were kind of told was going to change going forward. Like, there's this tendency at the moment to release a minimal viable product. Tags was a minimal viable product, and now it's been taken away from us because no one was using it. I can tell you countless other features that have been added in as minimal viable product. They haven't been very good at the start. Therefore, they never took off, and they just get taken away from us. And frustratingly for me, they've been real good features that I've looked at and I've found use cases for, and I've found ways to use them, and I've really applied them. This here is a minimal viable product that's just been enhanced on and actually made worse. Like, now using these create new templates, people are going to think that that melon farming transaction here is right. Like, that's good, that's everything it needs. But actually, that needs more work doing it there than it was the 3 options we had before, which was product-based, service-based, and start from scratch. I can tell you now, for a majority of the time, I am either starting from scratch or I'm going to go and upload from another client. I cannot see in this current state how any of these are worthwhile. None of them have been verified. None of them have been looked at. They were just put on there for the sake of it. And we had some others, didn't we? I forget some of those names there. So it was Other Farm or something, wasn't it? Didn't match. So even though when we start a new business, we have this list of industries, we now come to this one and it's not the same list by the looks of it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is the same list and I'm just, quickly looking between and everything else. But it feels like they're different lists, because even the vegetable and melon farm was slightly different, right? It was named slightly different. It wasn't quite vegetable and melon farm. It had something else to it. And if I've chosen melon farming and I've then gone here and I've created the template and I've brought that into there, I shall be there to go. If it's giving me to melon farming as one of my criteria, I shouldn't be having multiple of the same things and having all this, that. I shouldn't have all the mess. The whole point of this is to get rid of the mess. Otherwise, I might as well have just taken the chart for that account, find what I need to, gone through it all, and bespoked it perfectly for that client. Now I've got to unpick it. Now I've got to find those 2 telephone ones. Now I've got to find the 2 light and heat ones. I've now got to do more work to get to it, and I haven't actually got anything to show for the fact I'm a melon farmer, right? My income is not telling me I'm a melon farmer, my income options. My my expenses are not put in. Vehicle costs are now in other expenses. It just doesn't make sense. Whoever's curated this has just put it together for the sake of it without asking people, without finding out, without getting some test in there. This was shadow dumped on us. No one's speaking about this update, and there's a very good reason for it, because the update is pointless. And that to me is where the frustration comes in. We've been told that minimal viable products are a thing of the past, and now we've been told we're not doing minimal viable products anymore. We're actually going to go forward and they're going to be
MVP, or minimum viable product, was a term that was, I think, coined by the book, The Lean Startup. I actually love a term that an old lead of mine in a prior role shared, which is minimum remarkable product.
They're now going to be minimal remarkable products. That's what we were promised. And this just isn't it. This is not remarkable. This is just an update we didn't want, an update we didn't ask for, and an update that just hasn't delivered. And it's so frustrating. That resource to create these new chart of account templates could have been put to something else. Could have been put to the stuff that we really desperately need. And we just didn't get it. And there we are. That's my frustration. That's how I'm feeling at the moment regarding this chart of accounts templates and the way that it is. It's frustrating because it could be so much more, right? We have potential to have something so much better. And unfortunately, we're just left with this. But what do you guys think? Do you use chart of accounts? Am I missing something here? Have you started playing around with these? Did you even notice it was it? That'll be the important thing, right? How many people even notice it changed? Because I don't think many would, because not many people, we don't use it on a regular basis. And the point of something you don't use on a regular basis is you want it to be something you can rely on when you do use it. And at the moment, we can't rely on it because as vegetable farmers and melon farming, I'm just not getting the chart of accounts that I need from it. So it's disappointing. Anyway, as I said, put your comments in below. Let me know what you think about it. We'll no doubt be talking about this on our podcast, QuickBooks Labs, at some time soon. Hopefully by then I'd have calmed down a little bit. So hopefully there'll be less of a ranty and more of a let's use this and let's look at this from a good point of view. But that has been the new chart of account template options. My name's been Aaron Patrick. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully we will see you soon in a very soon video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Keep the lights on and everything else, because if you want more videos like this, you're already in the right place to work about the world of QuickBooks, and hopefully we can have much more fancier videos going forward on much more positive notes than we currently have. My name's Patrick. As always, this video has been great to do, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to this new series. Hello and welcome to this video. 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 Alright, let's get it set. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, I'm alright. Yes, I'm aware we go live every Monday.
The next generation is that everyone else that missed it.
Yeah. So, alright, you've told us what you love about the industry, but what would you change about the industry?
Where do I start?
During that period of time, where did everyone turn to? Their accountant, their advisor, their bookkeeper, and you all did phenomenal work for small business.